Okay, so I was doing a personality test, but I paused the video to ask my Siri something, but then it stopped the video instead of paused it. So I don't know if I can find a way to edit this one in, but this just might be my single one. Here I'll just go back and do my answers. Hold on. You can just see my answers. No, not that. Oh, wait, previous. Okay. You regularly make new friends. I don't find myself making them a lot, but I find myself making them more than none or trying to and not making them. Okay, complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. Definitely. More interesting the thing is, the more I like it. You usually feel persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you more than factual things. Yeah, I like emotions more than facts usually. Okay, your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Not a lot. I mean, they're clean right now, as you can see, like pretty clean room, but usually they're not very organized a lot. Usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I left that one right there. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. For any of you who don't know, daunting just means intimidating. But I I kind of do, which is very ironic because I'm making this video right now. Anyway, okay, you prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. This one was kind of iffy for me because if it's like a home project, yeah, definitely, but school project, not really, especially if it's worksheets. Okay, people's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Definitely. You like organizing tools and schedules and lists. Yeah, I find those help me a lot. Uh, Especially because I'm not usually that organized, so any organizing tools, yeah. Okay, even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Not really. So, yeah, I don't really do that. I find myself, usually getting over things like that. It's pretty easy to get over it. Be me being myself. For other people, it may not be. I mean, no disrespect for the people who it might be hard for. So, yeah. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Yeah, how do you think I made my friends? You're not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. I forgot what this means the first time I made a video of it, so I just put it there, and I can't remember why. Okay, you prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. I, I should put that one in the middle because I'm not too sure about that. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Yes, I definitely do that. On Saturdays especially, yeah. On Sundays, I have an idea of what I want to do, but I don't really say I am going to do this or anything like that. So yeah. Okay, you really worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Yeah, I don't care much about that, but I do kind of care a little bit. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about this one because it's just I don't really like them a lot unless they're my friends, which is kind of rare. So yeah, I'm putting it in the middle. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. Oh yeah, I love things that are new. I'm like the complete this is a kind of a weird analogy, but I'm like the complete opposite of the Croods in the first movie before the end. You prioritize. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. I'm gonna put that at the middle because I'm not sure about that one. Um, you actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Yeah, this is very similar to like the try new things kind of question. So Yeah, I'm gonna say definitely agree. You are prone to worrying about things that will take a turn for the worse. Yes, I'm very prone to that. You enjoy solitary hobbies, or I almost said hobbits. I've been doing so much Lord of the Rings reading, I'm sorry. Uh, you enjoy solitary hobbies, or activities more than group ones. Yeah, I kind of do. Um, you can't imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. I can definitely imagine myself doing that. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. Mm, yeah, I don't do that much. I usually care more about emotions, especially, this sounds kind of selfish, but especially if they're mine. Like, I'm mostly thinking in my own mind, but yeah, I do try to ask people what they think too, as much as I can. I keep doing as much as they can, as much as I can. Okay, you prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. No, I I need a minute, especially after school. Like, if I have homework to do, no, I am taking an hour and a half long nap before I do anything. Okay, in disagreements, you prioritize. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over deserving the feelings of others. No, preserving. I'm gonna put that at the middle. I don't know why I put it there. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Yes. I'm gonna put that there because it says usually. Your mood can change very quickly. Eh, not usually. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Um, yeah, I am pretty easily swayed by those, especially if it's like with one of my parents or siblings. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yeah, I kind of do a little bit of procrastination. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. Not really. Like, nah, not really. I'm gonna put that there. Okay, next. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. I'm gonna switch hands. My left hand's getting tired. Wait, I just stretch my legs out. Yeah. Okay, here we go again. You usually prefer being around others than on your own. Yeah, I'm a social creature. I'm gonna actually put that there. You become bored or lose interest. I keep doing that. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Yeah. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Yeah, I, yeah, that's pretty true. I'll put it there. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Sometimes. My dad helps me out with that a lot, so now I kind of know. Uh, but I'll put it there. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Oh, no. I disagree with that. I very much think again. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. Oh, yes. Yeah. My friends actually have like said that a million times to me. They're like, yeah, you are very outgoing. So yeah, I'll put that there. Next. Okay, you are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Uh, yes, I'm pretty drawn to that. Maybe not writing, but definitely other forms of it. Usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. There's been like 5 questions on this. Stop asking me this, please. I'll put it there. You have a to-do list for each day. No. You rarely feel insecure. I kind of disagree with that. I can feel very insecure sometimes, but very rarely. Um, that I guess that's what it says. Oh, wait. Feel. Actually, I kind of get the meaning of that question now. Yeah, I don't really feel insecure a lot. You avoid making phone calls. Not on purpose, so I'll put that there. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar, like I do avoid it, but not on purpose. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. Yeah, there have been a couple questions like this. Yes, I enjoy it. I'll put that there. Next, let's switch hands again. Okay, let's see. How far are we? 8 out of 10. Okay, so 2 more stretch of questions. You can easily connect with people you have just met. Yeah, my friends gave me their phone numbers within like a week and a half or like a week of us talking. Yeah. Okay, if your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes. Yeah, especially with homework. You are still bothered by mistakes that you did a long time ago, that you made a long time ago. Yeah, I have really bad, like, nighttime thoughts. Like, thoughts at night of that, but not like dreams or anything, but just, yeah. Not dreams, just at night thoughts. So, yeah, I'll put that there. You are not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. I am pretty interested in that. Your emotions control you more than you control them. And also, I want to explain a bit more on this. I'm a big space nerd. So are a lot of my friends. That's kind of why we're friends. So yeah, definitely, I'm a big space nerd. So that means I kind of think about, what planet would we live on in the future? What would Earth look like when the sun starts turning into a red giant? Which it already has, but I'm gonna get into a big space talk. Unless you want to hear that, I suggest probably skipping ahead. But okay, here's the big space talk. The sun already is kind of turning into a red giant, but it's taking very slow because, as you know, or as you don't know, if you don't know, suns take like billions, very, very close to almost trillions of years to go through their lifetime. So the sun has already started becoming a red giant. But yeah, it's going very slowly, and a red giant is just like a slowly expanding star, and then it will start crushing down again and turn into a white dwarf or a black hole. Now that, my friend, is a talk for another video if I want to talk about space, but if you don't want me to, just go to Space Kobe's channel. He says a lot about space, and there are also some other ones like Swaggle Studios. He does tornadoes in space, but anyway, let's get back to the personality test. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I mean, me and my emotions are kind of the same thing, right? Like, I find that true about me. They're the same thing. So, not really. So, when making decisions, you focus on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical or efficient. Oh my gosh, stop giving me these questions. You've given me like 10 of these questions, Mr. Personality Test. No, I do not. Or, oh, wait, I read that wrong. I do. Let me just make sure. I keep reading this wrong, so let me just make sure. Okay, when making decisions, you focus more on how effective people might feel than... Okay, yeah. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. efforts. Yeah, I'd say I kind of like that. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. I don't know about that. I'm gonna put that in the middle. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. No, I would like other employees as long as they're not like absolute jerkwads. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Oh no, I don't believe that. I definitely don't believe that. Hold on, I'm actually gonna put that right there. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet in intimate places. What kind of question is that? Nobody likes those kind of atmospheres. Actually, people do probably like that kind of stuff. My bad. For anyone watching, I'm sorry if you do like those kind of atmospheres. I didn't think about that twice. But no, I'm not more drawn to that. I like quiet more. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Decisions? Yeah. Okay. You often feel overwhelmed. Not really. I'll put that there. You complete things method. How do you? Hold on a sec. Methodically. Okay. In an orderly or systematic manner. Okay. That's how you can tell I'm a 12-year-old. Methodically. You can complete things methodically. I forgot what it means already. You complete things orderly without skipping over steps. I'm gonna say no. I usually do those unless it has to be in that order of steps. Has to be. I usually find myself kind of skipping over steps and coming back to them later. So yeah. When you prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions, rather than follow concrete steps. Oh yes, definitely. I like that way more. Okay, you're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. How many times is it gonna give me this question? How many freaking times? How many? I ask that seriously. Is there like any kind of Siri in here that can tell me, yeah, I'm gonna give it to you like more than 10 times? Again. Yes, I'm more likely to rely on emotional. Okay, you struggle with deadliness. Deadlines. Oh my god. I thought that said deadliness. You struggle with deadliness. Like, what do you think I am? A snake hunter? Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I read that right again. Okay. You struggle with deadlines. Yes, I do. Can you focus back on the camera, not my fingers? Okay, struggle with deadlines. Stop focusing on my hand. You struggle with deadlines. Yes, I do. Okay, you feel confident in things that will work out for you. That things will work out for you. Yeah, I feel pretty confident of that. I don't want you to see my email, so hold on. Okay. I don't know why I didn't pause that. Oh, I got meditator. All that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The old is the, oh my gosh, these are such good old sayings. I love these. But yeah, as an NFP meditator, you possess a rich inner world brimming with imagination, empathy, and idealism. Idealism. Oh my gosh, I can't read right now. Okay. You compensate nature and deep-seated desire to understand the human experience. Okay, you know what? You can read this on your own time. I'm just gonna put it up to the screen for a minute, and then you can pause it. Oh wait, these are all by J.R.R. Tolkien. I've been reading so much of him. Okay. So on this page, personality traits, your career path. Ooh. Oh, it has music. That definitely matches me. I love playing saxophone. In your professional life, you're driven by a deep-seated need for meaning and purpose. You thrive in environments that allow you to express creativity, help others, and stay true to your values. Careers in counseling, teaching, writing, or the arts have often appealed to your nurturing nature and imaginative spirit. However, finding the right fit can be a journey of trial and error. As you navigate to balance between your ideals and the realities of the working world. Your ability to think outside the box and empathize with others makes you a valuable asset. Makes you a I did read that right. Valuable asset in many fields, particularly those requiring innovative problem solving or interpersonal skills. Yet you may struggle with highly structured environments or roles that involve a lot of routine tasks. Your challenge lies in finding a career that not only aligns with your values, but also provides flexibility and autonomy you crave. And that's weird. Allowing you to make a meaningful impact while staying true to yourself. Okay. Perfectionism, ambition, and motivation. Is this all locked? Get the full. I don't need to do that. Okay. Personal growth. This process. Okay. Okay, yeah, this all seems like perfect. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me see my strengths and weaknesses. I didn't see these. Open to possibilities, intuitive self-awareness, sensitive conscience, deeply reflective, comfortable. I can't read. With complexity and curious learner. That sounds all right. My weaknesses: self-critical thoughts. That sounds true. That sounds true. Avoidance of routine. That's half true. More than half true, but like partially true. Hard to move past regrets. That sounds kind of right. Yeah. Difficulty setting boundaries. Hesitant to take action and sensitive to external options. Those two right there sound the most true. Anyway, wait. Let's see. What's my notification? Oh, so this is like a whole big website. It's not just like one test. This is actually really cool. I might still visit this. This is awesome. Okay. Well, I think that's all for today's video. I hope you guys like this. If you guys even watched through this. But yeah. I guess I'll see you next time or whatever. I don't know. Please like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot in the old self-confidence. So yeah. Bye.